Oh, hi there, Colin Lamb here from Adelaide Hills Hedges. I've got my 520iHT4, and as the title and thumbnail of the video have suggested, she's fucking exploded. She's exploded there, and she's exploded there. She's also cracked in several places on the what is called the gear housing assembly. Now this has actually happened once before. I've had a number of problems with this machine. It's about 1.5 years old, and luckily the first couple of problems that I had, including this happening before, were covered under warranty, and they fixed it in good time at no cost to me. But you'll see it's cracked all the way along here, and it's blown out through here. Now I know this is worth saving because it actually, everything still turns inside that assembly, but it just goes out of place because the housing's cracked and destroyed. So I'm gonna have to take this apart and fix that. Aside from having to spend the time to fix it, I'm not that bummed because all I do is hedge trimming, and if I'm being perfectly honest with you, I use the thing probably a little harder than I should sometimes. We've all been there at the end of the day. You're just trying to get through that last piece. That exploded when I was trying to just trim the little bits of a hedge that I'd already topped using heavier duty tools, but I hit a piece of deadwood stick and it just exploded. So I've got the part here that I ordered from my local dealer. It was $139, which isn't too bad. I kind of have a threshold that I'll spend on a tool that's over a certain age before I'll just replace it, and then that tool kind of becomes parts itself. But this is it's about $1,000 to buy this thing. It's a very handy tool. It's the telescoping unit, and it's so easy to use that on a ladder. So I love this tool, and I'm gonna try and fix it here, and if I can get it done for the cost of the part, then it's a pretty good day. This may be news to some of you, or maybe not. You can skip this section if it's not, but when I go into the dealer and order parts, sometimes I have to come around the counter and look at the computer screen with them and find the parts. This can take a bit of time, and they've got better things to do. So I've actually found the Husqvarna spare parts website, where you can go and put your model number in. I'll link this website down below, but you can put your model number in, and you can, scroll through the different areas of the machine, and you can have a look at what you're doing. So this is useful for ordering spare parts, but also for remembering how Humpty goes back together again. So I'm going to be disassembling this part here, the gear housing through to the pressure plate, or what I call a pressure plate, and the mechanism that fits over the hinge there. So I'm going to be replacing all that stuff, or taking that apart and putting it back together again. So it's very useful to have this for a reference. It's also useful beforehand to have a look at it and make sure you're not getting yourself into a job that's bigger than the time or energy you might have. But just to give you an idea, to do this, I'm probably going to save myself 2 hours of shop labor, which can be between $70 and $100 an hour. So for me, it's worth it. It might not be for you, but for me, it's definitely worth it, because this thing, to be honest with you, is broken more times than my Toronto Maple Leafs in a Game 7 of a playoff series. So for me to be able to work on this myself and save that money is fucking useful. Okay, so I've got most of this taken apart. The only tricky bits here are to do with the motor and getting this housing kind of out from underneath of it. I kind of did that backwards. I probably could have left this on and taken it off last, but I need to be able to get to these screws to get everything off. These are kind of more or less just held in place by the pressure of this unit and wherever the top handle is. They kind of sit in there. You just want to be careful with wires. I photographed everything before I took them apart, and this little unit here just actually sits down in there, so you don't need to take it apart. I'll probably, have a lot more space to work with the new clean piece, but yeah, you just kind of have to be careful. This is probably the expensive part, but the whole gear housing assembly came out in one block, as long as you keep the little pin on over there. So that's pretty straightforward. And luckily the blades come off with a couple of bolts as well, so you don't have to take that whole assembly apart. But I may actually keep those off to clean and sharpen those later. I've actually got some Temu grinder stones that I'm anxious to try out, because the bits at the hardware store here in Australia cost about 20 bucks a piece, but that was like for I got 2 different packs for like $5 or something like that. I also got some cheap fuel filters I'm going to try out, because I buy everything from the dealer brand new. I spend thousands of dollars a year, but if I can save more than 50% on some parts, I'm going to give that a shot. But yeah, this was the only really tricky kind of part in taking this thing apart, but it should be pretty straightforward from here on in. So there's the top half put back on. It's pretty straightforward if you take pictures of what you're doing, and just pay attention when you're taking it apart, because sometimes you might just have the order of things backwards. So I put things back on properly. The plastic housing over the motor, I could have taken that off first to make things a little bit easier, but once you got the right order, it's pretty straightforward. Another thing that I do is I take the pieces off and I set all of the corresponding screws with the piece, and I try to lay them out in the sequence, if it's important, which it is for back here, in the sequence in which I took them off. But that's all back together now. And it's, you know, it's just like kind of anything. It's a lot more stiff and secure than it was previously, with everything being kind of broken. And I've just realized, as daft as I am, that this little screw here, I've never paid attention to it, but I thought that thing was flopping around quite a bit, which was annoying. But if you just loosen this up, you kind of release some of the tension in the hinge there. So that's something to pay attention to. I like to keep them stiff, because I hate if they jostle around. If I'm doing a really fine cut, if that just kind of teeters a little bit, it can dig into the hedge and ruin a line. So now I'm going to put the gear assembly back in and clean off this pressure plate, because it's covered in goo. But I am going to just spread some grease around in there by hand before I get everything in there and seated, and this will be done. And I think I'm about an hour and a bit into this, so I've already saved whatever that would be in shop fees. I just ran and grabbed the battery, and I'm going to turn it on. Moment of truth here, or moment of embarrassment. We'll find out which it is. Hi, buddy. Is it time to eat lunch? Okay, I'll be right in, okay? I'm just going to finish what I'm doing. All right, so there's that sorted. There's a couple of benefits to replacing this. One being that some of these threads have become stripped on the bottom of the gear housing, so I get to put some new screws in there. I had to use just a spare screw that I had sticking around, but now the thing's back together and it's arguably more solid than it was beforehand, and hopefully I can get another year or two of use out of this thing. I've done a full review on my channel. You can check it out. I'll actually link this in another video where I've been using it. But this is probably the best hedge trimmer overall that I've ever used in 25 years of trimming hedges. So highly recommend the project, and it's highly worth it if you have the time and the tools and a little bit of know-how to fix something like this yourself, because you'll save a couple $100. This probably would have been a $400 job, and if you're going to put $400 into a tool that costs $900, you're probably better off replacing it. I've had to replace this bottom plate. I've had to replace this once before. The motor's been replaced. Most of that's been under warranty in the first year. Husqvarna and the dealer that I go to are very good about stuff like that. And if you buy new stuff, you get the free battery offer. So highly recommend Husqvarna tools in general. But yeah, as you can see, that piece just broke off the top there and exploded. And now I've got a hedge trimmer again. So thank you very much for watching. Please check out some of the other stuff on my channel. Subscribe if you feel like it. Got a bunch of shorts of hedge trimming if you're into that sort of thing. And either way, take good care of yourself and be safe out there. Bye-bye.